This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. They have the COVID vaccination, and they also have the volunteers. And I'm wondering, who are these volunteers? It is no surprise that the first volunteers are black people. It's like we have to bite the bullet first. Reminds me of Denmark Vesey. I know for a fact that black people do not trust vaccinations. And I'm speaking about the black people that have been here for generations, since slavery, some before slavery. And one thing I've noticed is that when these people want to try to convince the generational black Americans in America to take some type of dope, drugs, vaccinations, they don't use us. They use the immigrant blacks. I'm quite sure, like everyone else, you have been noticing that the immigrant blacks are all over the airways. Whenever there is an issue concerning blacks, they go find one of these immigrant blacks. And these immigrant blacks do not speak for us, mainly because they want to be in this country so desperately that they would do anything. And I repeat, they would do anything to get over here, to stay over here. So taking this COVID vaccination, maybe that was one of the things that they told these immigrants, hey, if you go ahead on and take this vaccination, this could be an easier way for you to be a citizen of the United States of America. I think it's quite honest to say that most of these immigrants do not know the history of America. I mean, they're not here, unless someone has told them, they've read about it, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know about Tuskegee. They wouldn't know about the black girls that were being sterilized in North Carolina. They wouldn't know about these things unless they were here. And since they have not been here, they will do anything, as I say, to stay here. We don't have to go that far to look back. Look at the Botham Jeans situation. How Botham Jeans' brother went and embraced the lady that killed his brother. There are many black doctors and scientists here in America. Why is it they always have to select some black person that is not from here? Always an immigrant black that they present to us. And this Kizzmekia chick, she come up with Trump. Now all of a sudden, she's some great black doctor that comes through with the COVID vaccination. This woman doesn't care anything about black people and black men, especially. Go look at some of her interviews. I'm quite sure they're trying to scour the internet to erase all of that. Her views on black men and her views on white men. And these white people think that we are so damn stupid that you can just present anyone in front of us and we will accept them. No, we don't accept them. No, we don't trust Kizzmekia, and we damn sure don't trust you. And what type of fool would want to be the first person in line to receive this vaccination? Here's one thing that I really want to say. After all the things that blacks have been through in this country, why is it now they pretend that they care about our well-being? It was just a few months ago we were out in the streets protesting the killings of black men. What about the situation up in Flint? There are so many situations concerning black people here in this country. Hey, we'll be here all day talking about it. But when it comes to this COVID deal, you want us to be the first one in line to take it. You want us to trust you. You want us to forget everything you said and done. And just, hey, man, we're going to start over. I want you to trust us now. We do not trust you. Because why don't you try it on your own people? There are white people that are dying from this COVID. There are Asians that are dying from the COVID. Why don't you test it on them first? Why is it always a black person that has to be the guinea pig? And why is it there's always some black person allowing themselves to be the damn guinea pig? Man, my people are something else. I mean, I witnessed it myself. That when a white person comes in on the scene, the black person is showing nothing but teeth. Way he's bowing, you can swear that this black person is secretly an Asian, the way he's doing all this bowing. And black people ought to be tired of allowing themselves to be used so that white people can feel safe. They want you to take this damn COVID vaccination so they can see how it's going to work on your black ass, and then say, well, okay, it's safe for us to take. If it's safe for those Negroes to take, I'm quite sure it'll be safe for us to take too. So my question is, these blacks that I've seen that have been plastered over the internet and on the news outlets that are first in line to take these COVID vaccinations, I want to know, where do these damn blacks come from? Are they generational black Americans? Are they anchor babies? Where they come from? I mean, we don't know these people. It's like being in a neighborhood all your life and somebody pop up. Who are these people? We don't know you. Who are your peoples, man? What's your mama name? What's your grandmama name? Where y'all come from? I'm like old Pinky on Fridays. Who sent you, nigga? I mean, you were sent by someone because we didn't request for you to come. So somebody sent you here to us. Now, who are those people? As I always say, follow the money. Someone's paying them, or they probably scratched that evidence away too. I've read that the Amish people, they don't have a problem with the COVID, mainly because they stay the hell away from outsiders, which I've been trying to tell blacks for the longest. I've always practiced social distance. I've always kept myself away from certain people because I know the diseases that they bring. So for all the people that I know that have not contracted this coronavirus, is probably because they stay the hell away from people that they might feel is sick or maybe carrying this disease, or virus as you may call it. When it comes to these medicines, there is something called short-term effects and there is something called long-term effects. They're looking at the short-term effects. Well, it's not bothering anyone now. What about later? Look at all the children we have today that are suffering from mental issues because of these vaccinations and medicines that they receive at these hospitals. So they may not be showing signs of some short-term effect. Wait 10 or 20 years on down the road and see what happens then because of this concoction of different herbs and medicines that you put in these people's bodies, that you don't really have an idea of what will be the outcome on down the line. When I was a child growing up, they had this thing called the sleeping disease. The St. Louis encephalitis, these mosquitoes. And they were supposedly infecting people with some type of sleeping disease. And there's always some new virus or disease that's come out. And my question is, how do these things get out? Why does it say stay dormant for a little while, and why does it pop back up? Now, those reasons they probably wouldn't discuss because the intelligent minds know how these things just suddenly pop up out of nowhere. You know, on one hand, you have these people that are going to take these vaccinations. But as I said, they are sending black people out letters about some study or some trial with these vaccines that they're going to pay you up to $700, some people $1,500. But why would you have to pay somebody to take something that supposedly is saving their life? And on the other hand, you're giving away free. I mean, I just don't understand the big payoff. What's the end game? Are you trying to infect everyone? You're trying to kill off all the black people? What is the end game? And I think you're trying to kill off black people because we have never addressed these killings of black people yet. And I'm looking at black people still getting gunned down by cops. when the situation was probably wouldn't call for that. A murder. What's so crazy about this deal, they weren't trying to make it as if that we, the regular citizens, are the cause of the spread of this damn COVID. When the citizens did not allow this COVID to get into the states. How the hell did it get here? You won't answer that damn question. I mean, you went on to say that, oh, it's spread by humans. Then you go on to say that, oh, it's airborne. Which one is it? And if it was airborne, like I suspected it was, why didn't you try to do something to fix that problem? I mean, you spray these damn chemtrails with all other things. You couldn't spray nothing in the air for this damn coronavirus. You tell everybody to stay in the house anyway. You could have told everybody to, man, y'all stay in the house for 2 to 3 days because we spraying some of this atmosphere to kill this coronavirus, and we would advise you to stay indoors. But the only advice you've given is to black people, is that we should be the first to take this coronavirus vaccination, is that we should social distance and stay from each other. Black people don't see the deal. And when Joe Biden's ass gonna try to say that, oh, the Mexicans or the Hispanics would be the new majority, when I look at that reason why that could be, is because that black people, hey, we follow white people, and we started doing all of this abortions. How can our numbers go up if people steady kill their children? Or people are scared to have children? I can't afford it. Since when could people afford to have children? Everyone that's black that I know come up out of a poor family. And in spite of all that, we made it. There are many of us blacks that are strong physically, but there are too many of us that are weak mentally. In my opinion, any black person that will step up to volunteer for this COVID vaccination is weak-minded. Stop being a guinea pig. Because if you know anything about guinea pigs, you put them in a cage and all they do is run around in circles.